Welcome to this week's TDD Weekly Report for the week ending May 25th. I'm still on the road in Fort Dodge, Iowa at the meantime, and this first story is from my friend Mitch Davis. This is from NBC News. There's an asteroid that is coming close to Earth on May 31st. It is known as the asteroid QE2. It's going to get as close as 15 times the distance to the moon, which in astronomical terms is still pretty close. And this asteroid is 1.7 miles wide. NASA's Goldstone dish in California, along with the Arecibo array, is going to shoot radar pictures at this thing to try to get a little bit of a view of the topography of it, and maybe they'd be able to get resolution of features on the asteroid as small as 12 foot long, so that will be pretty good. The QE2 was not named for anything to do with Queen Elizabeth or anything like that. It's just that the Minor Planet Center in Massachusetts gave it that name because it just happened to come in the order of the alphanumeric naming method, and that's all. So that's the only reason it was named the QE2. I just thought that was weird too when I first heard QE2. I kind of wondered how they named it that way. Next up, the International Space Station has switched over completely to Linux. Now, the operating systems themselves have already used Linux for the equipment, but now the laptops themselves are going to be switching over to Debian 6 operating system. This is because of the fact that in 2008 a Russian cosmonaut brought aboard a laptop that had an infection, and laptops ended up infected with the W32 Gamima AG worm, and so it spread to the other laptops on there too. They were running, all the other laptops were running Windows XP. So now that they've switched to the Debian 6 Linux operating system, they hope for a lot more stability and a lot more reliability. And I agree, Linux is probably a much better system to run on. I have no idea why, even at this late date, NASA would be using a Windows system aboard the International Space Station, especially for critical things. This one from my friend, Really Too Ugly. This is a special thing for those of you running Firefox and also Download Helper. There has been a glitch that people have been experiencing since May 23rd. I would ask you to disable the add-on Download Helper, and you will get back the ability to make comments on YouTube videos without the errors. For some reason, the Download Helper has caused a glitch, and people have had trouble commenting on videos, liking videos, and favoriting videos. But just disabling the Download Helper, or you can also, in the newer Firefoxes too, you can start it in the safe mode, which has none of your add-ons enabled, so you can do that either way. I've also, as a workaround myself, what I do is I go down below the video and I click all comments, so you go to the section that has nothing but comments in the thumbnails, and then you can leave comments. So you can do that as a workaround too if you don't want to disable the add-on. That'll work too. At least it has for me. Try all the different things and see what works for you. Next up, this is from the Motor Rick, and this is from Fox News. I had no idea about this, but the Cassini probe that has been going around Saturn has been making doing shooting of radar, making a topographic map of Titan. I did not even know it had the capability of doing that. I thought it was maybe too far away, but evidently it's been doing quite a job of getting some good, decent topographical features on Titan. The one thing they're finding about it is Titan is relatively flat compared to what they would really expect. From highest to lowest point is 1.5 miles, and the highest peak from the average surface is about 0.5 miles. Now, in comparison, just to let you know, for the Earth, our highest mountain is 2.9 miles high. That's Mount Everest, and then Olympus Mons on Mars is 13.6 miles high. They're thinking that it could be possibly that the crust can't support something heavier, or it could be from the weathering itself. And Titan does have a weather system that, although it's a lot colder, it has weather systems that really mimic those of the Earth, and it also has desert regions too. As a matter of fact, they've discovered that from the probes. So that's kind of interesting. As usual, all the links to all the stories, all the links to anything I'm talking about will be down below in the description. And last up, Kuka Writer sent me in this YouTube video. It is a cool YouTube video. This stunt woman named Faith Dickey is running a slack rope between two trucks running down a highway that was closed down in Croatia. These trucks are running towards two different tunnels, and she has to cross this rope before they reach the tunnels, obviously, or it's not going to be too good. It's only about 3.5 minutes, slightly less, I think, but it's a very exciting video. I think you'll really enjoy it a lot. So anyway, that's it for this week. I am on the road, and I should be back home and catch you back at my place next week.